Right, lot 21, Nicola, is a daughter of Horse Chestnut out of the dam In Excess, who's Brazilian bred. And I was very impressed with her work, and she looked like she had a lot of substance to her as well.
She does. She's not the biggest filly in the world, but she's very well put together, very correct. All the horses that we've put on this sale are conformationally very correct. I think she, again, could come quite early. The mother already has produced one colt who's a VAR. He's had one run, was placed, and Alec thinks very highly of him.
Lot 39 is a bay colt by Dynasty out of Mapeti Shu, who was a 3-time winner and already has a relation that has won. And what did you make of this colt's work this morning?
Well, again, I'm very, very happy with how he's come along. At the yearling sales, he is very small, insignificant looking colt, but we are Dynasty fans. We pinhooked him, and I'm highly impressed with how he's coming on. I think he will come to hand quicker than the Dynasty filly that we've got on the draft. He's again a very smart colt with a lovely big stride.
All right, lot 55 is another filly by Way West out of the dam Night Stalker, unnamed. And Night Stalker was placed in the Turfentine Fillies Mile, a grade 3 event. And a lot of similar characteristics to her sire, I thought, this filly.
Yes, she has. I just hope people are not put off by the fact that she is Way West. He's got a little bit quiet. She, again, works very well. She's got a big stride for not being that big a filly.
Lot number 104, Mr. Latino by Latino Magic out of the Eliador mare Super Attraction. And I was impressed with this horse. He looked very workmanlike to me this morning.
He's a workmanlike type of horse. He's a homebred. We took him a little bit easier. He's a little bit further in the programme because he got cast. He had a slight injury, but he's got a full vet report. So that's why I didn't breeze him properly this morning. I just wanted to show a stride. But he's a big, honest colt.
Lot 108 is a daughter of Dynasty out of the dam Taking It Deep, who was a 6-time winner, and she was placed in grade 3 level. And what did you make of her work this morning?
She's a big, strong filly, a little bit more backward than the first two that you saw work. She did come to us a little bit later into the programme also, so she is a little bit further behind those first two. But she's she's a big, strong filly, has a lot of substance, and I think she has speed. But she's not going to be a sprinting type. I think she's going to be further distance.
Lot 120, a son of 7th Rock out of Valletta, who of course has a wonderful pedigree, being Bavard of Sarbonard, who she was just a top filly in her day, and another top pedigree to add to your draft.
I know, and a 7th Rock, who I love. I just think 7th Rock's, he's going to make it. And you saw that colt move today. He's got an amazing stride. He gets down into his gallop, and he really knows how to do it.
Okay, lot 131, Miracle Molly, a daughter of Silvano out of the Jetmaster mare Winging It Wild. A filly, well, her name says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. She was a miracle. She almost died at birth. She's come through a lot. She's really on catch-up. She is catching up. She is a little bit on the small side at the moment, but she still has growth to come. She does have a very decent stride. Can be a little bit temperamental, but then some guys will say she is a filly, and chestnut, so I'll say no more on that.
Lot 133, Waning Crescent, a daughter of Scarlet Letter out of the damned Ziggy Stardust, who was a grade 3 winner. She won 4 times. And tell us about this filly.
Okay, we bought her at Book 2 in the Cape. She's, as you know, she's what we would say a collector's item because there's very few Scarlet Letters on the ground. As the stallion died, I think halfway through the season, he stood at Rosedene Stud. Mike de Kock trained Scarlet Letter. He did say he was one of the fastest horses he trained. So we actually really like the Scarlet Letters. I sold one recently, reasonably well, and the trainer's very, very happy with her. She looks like she's going to come early. She's precocious. She looks like a sprinter.
Lot 143, Nicola, a bay colt by Western Winter out of Arctic Circle, who's a Silvano mare. So, I mean, a blue-blooded pedigree. And his name is a Munsden. It's quite a clever name, firstly, but a very smart colt.
No, I think he's one of our better ones. He should breeze very, very well. Again, he's conformationally really quite perfect. Beautiful looking horse. Again, gets down into his gallop. He knows what he's to do.
Lot 154, Ha Lucy. I must say, Nicola, this is probably one of the better pedigrees on the sale, being by Trippy out of the Grade 1 champion older mare in South Africa, Bold Eleanor.
Yeah, she can move. As you saw today, she's got an amazing stretch to her stride. She was pinhooked. She was a squibby little, she looked like nothing, and she's really done nothing but improve. Very impressive filly.
Lot 165 is a colt. His name is Pacific Coral. He's by sale from Seattle, out of the dam Coral Head. And Nicola, a pedigree that reads very well firstly, but another big, strong, good-looking, attractive colt.
Big, strong colt, top-of-the-day filly. He's really, really nice. He has a very good attitude again. What I said again, he should breeze very, very well.
Being by sale
He's
from
got-
Seattle, I mean, they're in demand.
Yeah, they are in the demand. We've been doing quite well with them. So, I mean, he's throwing out the winners all the time.
We're on lot 189. This is a son of Tiger Ridge out of the Model Man Mare Exile. And what impressed me about this guy is he's big, he's scopy, but he had a lovely action.
Yeah. And he loves to work. And he has a super stride. I think he will, fingers crossed, he should breeze very well. He gets stuck he gets stuck into his gallop. I like a horse that runs long and low, and he's one of those. He gets really stuck in. I should add, in all of the Balmoral draft, we do x-rays after our horses have breezed. We x-ray before we do our practice breeze or before we start our faster work, and that includes all our pre-training horses as well, just to make sure there's no changes or no little hidden things happening before we start to put pressure on the babies. So our intentions are to have repeat business, clients coming back to us year after year because we're selling sound horses.